Hey everybody, hey, it's Holly from Lost Found Terror channel. Today we're going to do a fun one that I've been looking forward to for a long time. Hocus Pocus 2 just came out, and I'm old enough to remember when the first one came out, and I hope I'm not dating myself too badly there, but I remember seeing this movie before. It was super popular. I don't know when that happened exactly. It felt like overnight everyone was obsessed with Hocus Pocus, and that's all you saw everywhere. Every Halloween store or section had its own Hocus Pocus themed area. I think the same thing happened with Beetlejuice and whatnot. But anyway, what I'd like to do today is I haven't seen this movie yet, and when we have that opportunity to read on a situation that we haven't seen yet or experienced, it gives us a really good opportunity to develop our reading skills. So today, I'm going to watch the trailer. We're going to do it. We're going to watch a little bit of it together, I think. And then I'm going to do a 21 card spread to ask tarot what happens in the movie. And then hopefully those cards will show us. So I'll then go and watch it, come back, and then we'll see what happens. So for obvious reasons, there's going to be spoilers galore. So if you haven't seen it yet, or you intend to in the near future, I would skip this video for now. Maybe practice something else. But for today, I'm really excited, so let's get started.
I banish thee from Salem forever. They were right to fear thee. Magic has a way of uniting. Happy 16th birthday.
Oh my gosh, it's that lady from Ted Lasso.
I have a gift for my favorite customers. Legend has it, it's on the 16th birthday that a witch gets her powers.
Lock up your children. Yes, Salem, we're back.
Okay, so that's as far as I'm going to go with that one. I don't want to ruin it for myself, so I'm going to cut this in a second, go do the thing. I'll put it up on screen, we'll have a quick look at it, and then we'll go from there. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Hello, I'm back. I just finished shuffling and I cast the spread for the movie. As I shuffled, I just asked myself, what happens in Hocus Pocus 2? Can you show me what happens in the movie? And I kind of rotated those thoughts as I shuffled. It took me about 5 minutes. That's how long it takes me. I'm slow. What can I say? So this is what we have in front of us. The first two cards are pretty important cards. They kind of kick off some of the themes of the movie. So for that, we have, I believe, to be a suspension of reality. We have storm, we have betrayal, difficulty controlling one's emotions, allowing chaos in. I think that might be something that happens in the movie. Next over here, so our center pillar here is also of significance. We have the world reversed, flanked by the Ace of Wands and the Two of Pentacles reversed. I'm guessing there is some sort of rite of passage that will happen, or an anniversary, or some kind of time-reliant event. Further on, the Lovers reversed, sandwiched between the Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups. Definitely an ethical choice between what appears to be magic, like a magic wand, that rush of power that we get from the Ace of Wands. It's not like literally a magic wand, but it's a symbol of that. Next to our pact, our agreement, our kindred spirit type of card. This can be a lot of things, but I'm guessing there's going to be some sort of crucial choice made at some point. We also see choice down here. Something among the Nine of Cups, but on the one side of the Two of Swords, and then the Seven of Wands reversed here as well. Our center card is a significant card in every spread of this format. This is the heart of the matter. So here we have expansion energy, absolutely. The wands being kind of like that power suit here. That's the energy, something flowing to create. Fire, all of that good stuff. Our Three of Wands, and the fact that we have three sisters, right? The quintessential three Sanderson sisters, that might be who is coming through there. I can't say for sure. I haven't watched it yet. What is also interesting here is that we have some possible characters It's curious that we have the Queen of Swords reversed with the Queen of Cups reversed. Their backs are to each other, so that could be an interest. I don't know how that will unfold, but I'm sure that will reveal itself in the movie. What's interesting is that we don't have Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is definitely the witch card, so I thought as I was shuffling that we might see that one, but it didn't come up, and neither did like the Ace of Pentacles reversed or anything that really kind of showed something being drawn back up from the earth. I kind of expected that to come through, but at any rate, I'm sure as always, the cards you lay down are the right cards. It does not matter like if they don't look like they make sense. As like the longer you sit with them, they absolutely will. Down here we have what could be a scholar character. We have maybe a wealthy character. We have a bit of a hellbent type energy here. Maybe that's a person, maybe not. As with court cards, they can be energies and they can be people. So let's go watch the movie and see if I was way off the mark, which wouldn't be the first time, or if some of these were actually reflective of what happens in Hocus Pocus 2. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Hello again. I've just finished watching the movie, and now it's time to see if more things have become clear after having watched it. So the one card that wasn't really speaking a lot before has now kind of told us what they were trying to say, and that's the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune for me, I don't know about you, but for me always is an understated card. It does not jump the way other cards do. Maybe that's just because the situation has never come up for it to do that, but generally this is always a background card for me. It's a powerful one. It's an important one, no doubt about that. But Wheel of Fortune for me is always a lot about big picture energy. So because this card came from the bottom of the deck when I shuffled, that means it represents something that is the undercurrent. It's a thing, it's kind of like the caboose on the train. It's there, do with it what you will, but it doesn't have a specific function. And what it's telling us for this movie, now that I've watched it, it's just showing us that there were lessons learned from repeating cycles. So that checks out. So we don't really have to go a whole lot further with that one. Also, a lot of books in this one. I thought that was kind of cool too. You're going to find some parallels between the pictures and things you see in the movie. And the book was super important, and it changed hands. So someone different has books in this card. So I thought that was kind of cool too. So let's go back to the key cards in the spread for Hocus Pocus 2. Now that I've watched it, things make a bit more sense. So the King of Cups originally, I thought it was talking about some emotional instability, and that's some low-hanging fruit when it comes to reading cards without any context. But what I found out after is that the King of Cups was actually showing us the magical side of this king. And reversals don't always mean what... Yeah, I think a reversal in this instance is just showing us that we got to look past the person and look at the ideas. And the ideas are, we have some interesting things in this card that don't make sense. Person sitting on a stone throne in the middle of the ocean. We have a sea monster. We have, because it's a water card and we have a ship in the background, we've got psychic ability. There's a charm around his neck, kind of like an amulet. We've got potions with the cup. We've got all kind of implements of magic right here in this card. And that makes sense because it's a movie about witches and witchcraft. The Three of Swords became very clear when Winifred made that, they cast that spell and her sisters disappeared. That was that heartbreaking aspect, that lingering attachment. So a choice that's been made, and then we watch the fallout, we watch the pain in real time. And she's a fantastic actor. It felt like when that happened and she realized what the outcome was of that spell, you could feel like the swords just piercing the heart, like, gut-wrenching. It was awful. So that's where we come. I think that was really, if a tarot spread had an executive summary, it would be in these two cards here, the first card and the second card. That tells you kind of the highlight what we need to know here. You could probably throw the rest of the cards back in the deck and just work with these two if you wanted to. But because we're expanding it, because we wanted to see a bit more of what's happening, we have all of these cards. But we're not going to talk about every single one. We're just going to talk about the highlights. So back to that choice that Winifred made. We see that also with the Two of Swords. She had no visibility on what it was that was actually going to happen when they cast that spell. Actually, none of them did. It was one of those after the fact type things. And that is also a little bit up here. Every character in this movie generally had to make a choice of some kind. So that choice generally challenged their ethics, what they believed was right, what they should or shouldn't do. And the choice usually came down to, did they want to seek power, or did they want to preserve, maintain, or nurture the relationships that they have with the people that are important to them? So that really came through for me here. So a lot of choices between power and relationships. I know that, again, that's very simple, and I mean, you don't have to study tarot for long to know that that's what's coming through. So that's what I kind of liked about the spread. It came through very clear. Our center card is the heart of the matter. And for that one, we have not just the three Sanderson sisters, but we also have the three young witches, or the three young women who have formed a bond over time. So we've got that becoming ready aspect, that they're preparing for something. The other cool thing about that is that the world reversed up here tells us a little bit about the relationship. If you remember, if you've seen this movie, you know that one of the members, Cassie, she kind of backed away for a little bit. There was a disruption in that relationship, Becca, Izzy, and Cassie. Because Cassie had to step away, she needed some of her own space. And that's what can sometimes come through with this world reversed. Looking down at my notes, I don't really see anything else that I really wanted to talk about right now. Everything else you can kind of find in the images and the symbols. They do appear in the movie. But I think we really hit the nail with that sense of, magic appearing here, and choices, and dealing with the consequences of the things that we do, and finding out what's truly important in the end. So with that in mind, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you get a chance to watch the movie if you're into that kind of thing, or I hope you get a chance to put down a big spread about something that you're interested in and just see what comes of it. What you're going to find is that the cards are not going to make complete sense when you first put them down, because you don't have any context. That's why it's important to walk away sometimes.